Does the front of your 7.3 look yellowed? What about faded? Or just flat out ugly? Well, today I got the solution for you. I'm sorry, sweetheart. You know I don't think you're ugly. It was just for the video, okay? You're not ugly. Hey, what are you doing? I said don't film this part. Welcome back to my channel, 440 Diesel. Today, we got the 7.3 back in the shop, and we are doing the very exciting headlight upgrade. We're going to the 05 to 07 headlights, the one-piece style. And while we're at it, we're gonna throw in a brand new chrome grille. It's gonna look amazing. I'm super excited, and let's get this started. All right, so we're gonna jump straight into this. First thing we're gonna do is pop off the grille. 4 screws on top, 2 clips underneath. Phillips head for the 4 screws on top, super easy. Get yourself a long flathead. All you gotta do is pop these 2 clips off at the bottom here, so we'll do that real quick. Just lift up on it. Other one over here. Just go in there, use the bumper as your leverage. Put it underneath the clip, pop it up, and then pull out a little bit. Oh, that one's a little stuck. There we go. Comes right off super easy. Super easy. And just a good idea, before you start messing with the lights, unplugging things, you're gonna wanna disconnect the negative terminals on both your batteries there, just for safety. All right, so we just got the clips out of the top of the headlight. There's 2 clips on the back side of each. All I did, I took a pair of needle nose pliers, grabbed them right at the top here, and just kind of wrestled them out. I've seen people use like picks to get the bottom off. I just grabbed them by the top and fought them for about 5 minutes till they came out. They're right down on the back side of here, and there's one over here. So just wrestle them out with needle nose and they'll come right out. The next thing we're gonna do, we're gonna loosen up the bumper here a little bit. Hit these nuts at the bottom here. All that'll allow us to do, it'll let the bumper sag down just a little bit so we can get underneath here a little bit to get those bottom screws out to get this headlight assembly out. So that's what we're gonna do next. All right, so we finally got the first headlight out. There's a couple tricky parts in there. Again, just to recap though, 2 clips up top, 2 screws down below, and then there's a Torx head right on the back there that you gotta loosen up. And then I kind of pried out the light sockets with a big long flathead. And then something I wasn't expecting to see, I didn't realize the previous owner had LEDs in these housings. I couldn't tell because the headlights were so yellowed, but I was not expecting to find these in there. But luckily, I think I was able to go back to the adapter and find the original plug on the factory harness in there. So we are going back to halogen. So I think we should be okay, but I was not expecting to see that in there. We did loosen the bumper, 3/4 inch sockets, just backed these 2 nuts off just enough. It made the bumper sag, made it easier to get to these down here. Twisted the other lights out, and we should be good to go. Next thing we're gonna do, trace up a line on this plastic. We're gonna have to cut some of this out to make room for the 05 to 07 headlights. So we'll get started on that next. All right, so next thing we're gonna have to do is the cutting. Definitely the part I'm most nervous about. I won't lie, a little scared, but I don't think it's going to be that bad. Now, my headlights, I was lucky enough that they came with instructions and images. So they showed me exactly where you want to cut that line. So all I did was I followed this. I traced it out in black Sharpie here. If you can see, just a rough, a rough line. I don't think it has to be perfect. It's a little bit of guess and check. Then I got this Ryobi Dremel tool here with different tips on it. So I'm gonna figure out which one cuts through this the best. I'm just gonna start cutting away. I'm gonna throw a mask on because I don't wanna breathe any of that dust in. Take your time, just be careful. You don't wanna cut this piece off because this is where your new headlights mount up top here. So you wanna be really careful of that. But we're gonna start cutting away here. We're gonna see what happens. Got the first piece cut out. Honestly, for as scared as I was not that hard. It's a little bit intimidating at first, but seriously, if I can do it, whoever's watching, you can do it. This is not hard. I just followed the line, cut through it. Like I said, I was using this Dremel tool here, and the tip I ended up going with, it's like a little straight tip with like a carbide, or like I think they call it a diamond edge on it. I think it's starting to wear out, so hopefully we can get through the second one. But it cut through like butter. I might have to do some finer, you know, smoothing out and shaping out, but it's really, really easy. You just got to watch out for the wiring, for the bulbs. Be extra careful of that. And it's not hard. Trace it up. And I'm going to put a up-close picture of that diagram that I got in my instructions, so you guys can follow off of that if you're doing this. But we're going to start cutting the second one, and then hopefully we'll get these new headlights put in. We got both our pieces cut. Now it's time for the new headlight reveal. Check those babies out. One piece, fully clear. We're gonna slap these babies in, and we're gonna see how they look. I'm excited. All right, so the next thing that we're gonna do is put these headlights in. This is a part that I was very confused about when I was doing my research, so I wanna try to make it easier for whoever's watching. The hardware that you need to install the top half of these headlights, or not the top half, but the top. I've seen people try to do like a nut and a bolt and all these things. It's not gonna work because there's not enough clearance. I'm lucky enough that the headlight kit I bought came with these really, really good instructions. So what you need, you go to the hardware store, what you're gonna ask for is a 1/4 by 3/4 inch button head cap screw. Pretty simple, just a screw. Probably any screw would work as long as it's a 1/4 3/4 inch. The other thing you're gonna ask for is a 1/4 U-nut clip. Looks like that. So you need 2 of each for each side, and then just a washer to put on this screw here. And actually what you're gonna do is you're gonna slide these clips right over top, like that. The other way. You're gonna slide it right over top like that, line it up with that hole, and now when you slide your headlights in, you're just gonna thread that right through the bottom there. All right, so we got all the wiring ready to install the headlight housings. We got our little clips snapped on. Basically, the tabs on the headlights are gonna go over top of these clips. Make sure they go over top, and then you'll thread that screw down, and the threads will grab onto these clips. That's what's gonna hold those headlights in place, and you're gonna reuse the bottom holes. Also, I've seen videos online of people having to buy these adapters separate. Again, my kit came with them. I'm lucky. I'll try to actually post the link of this kit if you want to go with this. Has most of the stuff you need. So you plug that adapter in, it will actually snap in place. You'll hear a little click, and then this is where you'll plug into your new halogen socket there. And I'm doing one little extra modification. I'm doing one little custom thing. I got LED switchbacks for the turn signal bulbs at the bottom. So instead of one being white, one being yellow, they're both gonna be white. It's gonna look really, really good at night, but then when you hit that turn signal, these will go to yellow. So I think that's gonna look super, super sweet. These are only like 25 bucks for the set, so it might be worth buying these while you're in there. It's gonna make everything look a lot cleaner. All right, we got our headlights in. They're already looking crazy. To make it a little bit crazier, we got a brand new chrome grill that we're gonna throw in there. All we're gonna do is transfer the badge over to this one. It's gonna look so freaking clean. I wanna say, I had a little bit of a hard time getting the passenger side light in. Really all you gotta do is keep cutting until it fits. So they didn't say anything about trimming up here in the instructions, but this kept hitting. So I trimmed this back. It allowed me to stick it right into place. It's pretty flush on the sides. It's a really solid fit. It's looking really, really good. So we're gonna slap this grill in, and then we'll do a grand review. I'm gonna have to put some white bulbs in, but still, that looks sick.